Well, hello, welcome to the show. So, Santa brought us an early Christmas present in the form of Spider-Man No Way Home. And it was a fantastic present. I'm here with Danny T to chat about Spider-Man. Hello.
Oh, man, that was awesome. I just came from watching it just now.
Oh, that's right. So you've got fresh eyes, which is awesome. We'll have a little bit of a no spoiler chat at the start. We'll do it the Aussie mullet style. We'll do business in the front and party in the back. So we'll do spoilers at the back. So no spoilers. It's safe to say that Hollywood has finally caught on how to make a movie again, because I'm sorry to say, and maybe this is just me, all this year has been a whatever, a meh, a blah, a who gives a shit. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
like
really... Absolutely, and it's not about the money, but I will say, yes, when you make 260 million...
I was thinking that
when you make 260 million in a weekend, again, it does speak volumes. I'm sorry, it does say something. And I'm not...
People went back to see it again.
That's right, because this is a multiple movie. I want to see it again, because why? You want those feelings you feel, which we'll talk about in the spoiler section. But yes, it's that kind of movie, and I'm not down on the MCU. I am all for the first phase. I will always love those movies, but I'll be honest, I don't know where they're headed, but it ain't working. I'm sorry, because the fans aren't showing up. I'm sorry for a lot of their latest installments.
Yeah, we've seen a decline in their box office for sure.
But, this is what happens when, along came a spider. And it's a pretty simple formula. I think good writing, good actors, and the people producing it to really just think about what would make a good movie. It's not going to work. I don't want to say the phrase go broke, but I'm sorry, it's true. When you try to push... When you try to push a message, when you try to be political with people and say, and this is what we were trying to say to you, and at the end, are you better for it? Put that message in there. But I'm sorry to say, all humans go to see other humans, or they read a book, or they watch a play based on the character and the story. And that's all you need to worry about. The rest will fall into place. So yes, Spider-Man. Tom Holland, did you really like him in the other ones? Have you been on board with him from the start? I'll ask.
Yeah, I have. I loved him playing like a high school, Peter Parker. I mean, early high school.
Yeah.
It's I think he did a really good job, and it was refreshing as well, because we've just seen the origin story of Spider-Man so many times, just to see that blow over and him just be Spider-Man, and learning he's later, but his journey is different to the rest of them, But yeah.
Yeah, and it was different. I'm certainly used to the old Spider-Man movies where he is alone in his fight. So it was interesting to see him part of the Avengers, and it's been fun. But I feel like we have to now say spoilers. I don't know how to talk about it without saying spoilers. So safe to say, if you love Spider-Man, even the smallest amount, or you want to wrap up the MCU movies with which I think is the perfect ending package, even after Endgame. If you ask me, go see Spider-Man. Go see it immediately and stop right now. But if you've seen it, please stay and listen to the spoilers. Yes. So, how much did you know, and were you totally surprised when all the gang came back from so many other movies?
It felt like a surprise. I chose just not to listen to any of the spoilers. Are they not? And just wanted to be surprised, and I allowed myself to be surprised. So yes, I was eating like a little kid. Yep.
So right out of the gate, is Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and William Dafoe.
Oh, that was fantastic. Especially second time watching, I was really focusing on the villains, Ock and William Dafoe.
So
really good performances.
Green Goblin's back, and what was Jamie Foxx's Electro? And
so much improved.
And the Sandman, whatever.
Yeah.
But
the Lizard Man.
And the Lizard Man, yeah, whatever. But obviously the standout villains, definitely Willem Dafoe. He's a scene stealer, man. He's great. And yes, let's just say it. Yes, everyone was in it. All the Spider-Men were in it. Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man, and the GOAT himself, greatest of all time, Tobey Maguire. So I had people telling me that they had watched early on. There was a fake trailer going around way early, and then they were going to the theater saying, "Oh, there's no way they'll get Tobey. There's no way." And so they got the biggest sort of, the chills up your spine surprise when he came through the portal. How cool is that?
Oh, that was the best. It was perfect timing as well. Like in the film, just the scene before was, Aunt May dying, and then it goes straight to, it gives you that like perfect, what you needed to pick you back up. Yeah,
so that's the thing too.
It was perfect.
Yeah, look, the basic plot is Doctor Strange is trying to help our universe, or this universe, Peter Parker out, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, to make everyone forget him because in it was No Way Home, he was exposed by what's his name, the fake superhero, Jake Gyllenhaal. I forgot his name. Mysterio. Told the world, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So he wanted everyone to forget, and in a very Scooby-Doo fashion.
The world by J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, that's right. In very Scooby-Doo fashion, the spell that Doctor Strange was trying to cast got messed up and cracked the universe. And lo and behold, there's a multiverse. But we already knew that. Yeah. And then all the villains from the other Spider-Man movies started to come back looking for Spider-Man, and that's just, why not? That's great. Did you? Oh, it's a good plot. Why not? The fans love it.
Just hanging around in the new city for a while, trying to figure out what's going on.
That's right. That's actually the funny part too. And so so Doc Ock can't really blend in, but Willem Dafoe. What's his character's name? I forgot. Osborn. Yes. I'm a bit of a scientist. I'm Norman Osborn. I'm a bit of a scientist myself, Peter. Yes. He's just wandering around the city like a homeless guy, and that's perfect because his character, even in the first one, he was sort of just lost like that. He doesn't really, he's like got a split personality. The dark side is unknowns to him, which makes him sad and innocent, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Jekyll Hyde situation.
Yeah, that's it, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
And but even to see,
I love his smile, like his smile with his dimples on the sides of his mouth when he's actually goblin.
I know. Between this,
and I love that moment as well when Spidey gets his senses and he's trying to figure out, he's like, something's wrong here. He's like, one of these guys is turning, and he's trying to figure out which one.
Oh, that's true.
He impresses Defoe. Defoe's like, your spider sense is such impressive. It does impress me or something like that. But yeah.
No, it was a good scene. I thought it was a bit strange. Again, this is only just being really picky, but the scene where Osborn's introduced, and you knew it was going to be Willem Dafoe, but they like panned up. They did the slow pan on the mask, But then with him, they just cut to him, and I was like, "Whoa, he's just there." It wasn't really like a reveal. But yeah, it was great, and to see Octavius. So here was the unique thing. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't see this coming. Rather than just fight them all, this Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, decided to try and fix them all, to cure them. Did you like that? Did you like that?
Yeah,
I like that.
Because that's what we do. All the other Spider-Men were trying to ultimately do that too. They were all trying to not kill them. They were trying to stop them, but trying to also help.
True.
And it makes sense. That's why I love the fact that they built this up with, him having access to Stark technology and stuff. He's a Spider-Man that can do it.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good take.
That's a really beautiful way of doing that.
That's a good point.
All of them a way to resolve it.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't think of it like that. Like they all did try, but he actually had a bit more behind him with Stark's technology and mentorship, and they were all brilliant scientists, which was cool to see them.
Even right from the start, like the nanotechnology to hack into Otto Octavia's suit, the other Spider-Man had no chance with that. They had nothing like that.
That's right. That's true. That was cool.
Like little easy bits like that just makes the fight for Spider-Man so much easier, and the situation, he can actually help them.
Oh, that's actually, you know what? I'd love to. I got to see it again. I love the fact that, right. So Doc Ock is actually restrained the whole time, and he's just in a shitty mood like normal. But he's not evil. He's driven by his whole, fusion reactor. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Migraine.
He's got a permanent migraine for fusion, and he can't get it out of his head. Well, yeah, he's got a permanent fucking migraine via the tentacles stuck to his spine. But yeah, I thought it was cool that they fixed him first, and then I immediately flashed back to that scene when he just became himself again. That scene in Spider-Man 2 when they were just sitting down, talking shit, talking science stuff in his lab. That was so beautiful. He was finally himself again.
And when he reunited with Toby at the end was awesome as well.
Oh, that's right.
It was like two old friends genuinely meeting each other because they did respect each other.
That's right. So
that was just really sweet.
Trying to fix the villains. That was great. Jamie Foxx was good too. I thought they might just pop up and then disappear as background, but they were in the whole movie, really.
Yeah.
That was good.
He was stealing some scenes as well. It's a tree, man. It's a tree.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What's that? It's a tree. The Lizard Man. I didn't really get into that in Amazing Spider-Man anyway. But So his best friend, Tom Holland's best friend, the sidekick, Ned. And like we were saying, Zendaya, she's Zendaya. She's actually great in this, and it's about their relationship. And you know what? Again, it doesn't take much for people to find a connection when two people on the screen have one, and they did. Yeah, they really had a good connection. Tom Holland, he's a scene stealer too. When Aunt May died. I'm pretty sure everyone was feeling like, hey, who's got jalapenos? My eyes are watering. What's happening? Everyone was feeling the sads. And, you've done well, I think. Anyone, I don't just say the director, everyone who made the movie, right? There's freaking there's thousands of people involved nowadays. Yeah. They all also feel...
Stephen George.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Our good friend in the credits forever.
Stephen Christopher.
That's right. He is one of the biggest movies of all time now.
Yep.
But they can all feel like, wow, we reached out and we moved an audience. That must feel good. I got to see it again. What were some, besides the scenes where they were all together, which were fantastic?
I loved it. The banter.
How did you already kind of know who was going to come through the portal when they were looking for Spider-Man, when Ned opened the sling ring portal?
I was allowing myself to just be in the moment.
Okay.
I was just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And he was a bit taller.
He was a bit taller, yep. And you're like, wait, something's a little amiss. And
he looked confused as well. He didn't know what he was doing.
And then the voice, I was like, oh. And that was hilarious. Pulled the mask off. So I was in an audience, I hope you were too, where obviously there were just a lot of fans. And when Andrew Garfield pulled the mask off, everyone cheered and clapped, and that's cool. They went nuts.
I loved it. I missed that, a bit of audience participation. And this movie had a lot of that, a lot of fan service. So there was a lot of moments where the whole audience was, gasping or laughing. It's great.
Yep, nothing wrong with fan service. This is why you get people to...
Even the William Dafoe line. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, Peter. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the classic when Andrew Garfield got to fulfill his misdeed, and save MJ. The whole cinema was clapping for that one, cheering that one.
Yeah, no, that was good, and look, he sold it as well in his face, and that's why you get paid the big bucks, because you have to sell it, and he he was feeling vindicated for finally being able to do that. And so, and I wonder, so this is like, so I remember back in the day, so Sony was the one that actually ended up, I think, handing over a lot of the characters, right? Because they owned a lot of the Marvel characters.
Well,
and they actually didn't,
shared deal.
they didn't, maybe they didn't have the vision or they didn't know what to do with them all. Obviously, they kept Spider-Man though, or they, I don't know how that actually worked, but now it seems like it's maybe back in Sony's hands more for the next movies.
Yeah.
Was this a way of also sort of, like we were saying,
Potentially
pulling him out of the Marvel with like sort of the Tony Stark and Avengers background? Now, like you said, he's just Spider-Man the loner.
Yeah, I think they'll both take advantage of the situation there as well, because Doctor Strange now is about to do something in the multiverse, the sequel.
Oh yeah.
So multiverse of madness. So they can just go wherever they want now.
Oh, that's true. But they at least established that Spider-Man, like you said, is now just the loner superhero, and he doesn't have all the tech.
Yeah.
He's just Spider-Man in a homemade Spidey suit.
Yeah, I love that he was making his own suit at the end again. Perfect.
So yeah, I don't know. I can't look. You could sit and fault it with plot holes and things, but I mean, you could do that with Back to the Future too. I mean, that's a beloved movie, but you could go, oh, yeah, this doesn't make sense with the timeline, and I don't want to do that with this one. I don't even care. You know why?
Makes sense enough.
Because they sold it in other ways. I don't even care to sit there and mathematically make an algorithm that says this is impossible.
Yeah,
I don't care. It was awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, Toby.
I'm hoping. Do you realize that Doctor Strange 2 is actually being directed by Sam Raimi, who made the original Spider-Man?
Yes. So
now that the multiverse is open, I'm hoping that Sam Raimi can use Toby in this new film.
Right. You think people are, well, based on the audience reaction and the fact that most people were, Andrew Garfield was a scene stealer as well, but Toby, it's funny.
I think they can all have another film now.
Yeah?
Another film
Really?
for them. Why not?
It's funny. I miss the Tobey Maguire Peter Parker. I have to admit, I don't know why. I just like him the best. He's just got that, the way he speaks. He's got that tone.
Because you can actually do, what happens when Spider-Man gets old, sort of situation. Older.
Yeah, older.
So I think that it brings a whole new dynamic to that character as well.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire, the OG with his back. Oh, my back. My back.
Like, it could be a Logan situation. Mix it with Venom.
Oh, Lord. How good was it, though, to see Spidey number 2 crack Spidey number 1's back? He's like, you want me to crack your back? Yeah. Would you? That'd be great.
What were you saying? That was a throwback to Spidey too?
What's that? Yeah, well, he
when he hurt his back.
Yeah, because that was a scene where he was losing his mojo, kind of a thing, and then trying to build his confidence, and he jumped off the building. He goes, "I'm back," and he wasn't, and he falls on the car in the dumpster. That was actually, honestly, one of the greatest effects I've ever seen from Spider-Man 2. It looked so freaking real. He slammed on the ground, and then he gets up. Oh, I'm back! My back! My back!
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Why not give us some fan service? I'm sorry to say, we're the ones that spend the money.
That's right.
You can have your art, sure, but sometimes you just gotta. Why? I don't know. I feel like why should we have to battle and convince Hollywood to just make a movie that feels good once in a while without trying to sell us some shit? I don't know. What's the formula? Why did this one work?
Like you said, it was just a good film, and I guess there is a lot of love for each Spider-Man. Whichever Spider-Man you like, you're going to get, what you want out of it, because they all have their own good, great moments. That's the luxury of it. I think that's what brought everyone there. Yeah, definitely.
Where do you put this one with the others? Well, how would you rate this against like Endgame or the first one? Endgame or
first Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
I still think that's the better one out of the two.
Yeah.
Controversial case.
No, I know. Yeah. But
I'd probably rate it up there with the same, to be honest.
Yeah, and the other Spider-Man, do you still have like a Spider-Man movies? Spider-Man 2 is usually universally loved.
I like them all. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. Yeah. I've never really been disappointed.
That's good. But yeah, they all they all tied it in pretty well. I mean, I have to say I'm amazed they pulled it off. It could have gone horribly wrong. Could have been just cheesy or forced. Could have felt a bit awkward. It was, you know, but it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think everyone just stayed in the awkwardness anyway. They're all great.
And
lovable characters.
I didn't mind Tony Stark character kind of being the mentor, but some people, I feel like they didn't like that. They felt like, oh, why is Iron Man being a bit of a stick in the mud like Grandpa? Like he just kept showing up in that movie, sort of telling him off. And what are we doing now? But I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. He was his. Well, look, I actually always thought Tony Stark was his Uncle Ben, but like I thought that was possibly enough to send him over the edge or just give him. But really, I guess it makes more sense. It would have been Aunt May for him because, yeah. So then that was a scene stealer. That was a good one.
Yep.
And with great power comes great responsibility. That was, you know what? I don't call cheesiness on that at all. I think that was great. I think that tied in great.
It off. Perfect moment.
Yeah.
Oh, because it brought you back. It gave him a reason because it was like he wanted to send them all home to their potential death. And she's like, no, don't let that guy get in your head. That's what we do. You always do the right thing. And it's perfect. It just keeps that continuity of Spider-Man. That's pretty much his whole character.
Oh, what was the scene where they were all in the lab together, being their scientist selves? And I think Ned came in and goes, Peter, and they all went, what? Oh, which Peter? That was the greatest scene. Oh, you mean me?
We're all Peter Parker.
Yeah, I mean Peter Parker. We're all Peter Parker. Yeah.
And then he's like, the computer.
The computer guy, yeah. Oh, which it was Tobey Maguire telling him about his universe, saying his best friend tried to kill him.
He died in my arms after he tried to kill me.
Yeah, Ned's picturing all the possibilities of, is that going to happen here?
Yeah, because he's a wizard as well.
Yeah, well, and they're giving a nod that he's got some magical aptitude.
Opening portals.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange was impressed.
He was.
Did you think it was a little weird?
Really good in that.
He was. Did you think it was a little weird though that? And again, I know they have to do it to make the plot work. You know, it's what you have to do. But like Doctor Strange, I thought again he was a little bit more wiser in fucking around with spells. But like, how could he? I don't know. How could he mess this one up that bad? He kept
help the kid.
He kept blaming Peter though.
You
but
know what? I think it's also he knows that Iron Man's not around and he's his favorite uncle. It helps him. So I think that was also a bit of, all right, I'm going to help this kid out.
Yeah, true. Call me.
I love though when he's like, you haven't even tried calling.
Call me Steven. Oh, that sounds weird.
That's it's so millennial because if you can't do it by a computer, you can't do it at all.
That's true.
I love it.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. I like that movie. I watched it multiple times. I like Cumberbatch as the character, to be honest. Do you think people will come to the sequel on writing the back of this, maybe? The multiverse?
I reckon.
Yeah. Well, look.
Probably not as much as this, but
true.
Look, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. Well, we're all pretty starving for movies.
I'm excited to see Sam Raimi back in the game, in the Marvel universe.
I know. I have all the flash.
Where it all began there.
I have all the flashbacks to his his quick zoom ins and the Sam Raimi look, and I can't believe how perfectly it fit that movie and at that time. Yeah. And that would have been a stretch. It's like, you mean the guy who does the Evil Dead movies? You mean yeah. Really? But yeah, that was great.
Amazing. Well, it gave that really organic look, especially because his webs are organic. It was perfect.
Oh, that's right. That was hilarious. Wait a minute. Yeah. You mean the webs come out of you? Like you make it inside? How do you even do that? And it got a bit awkward. He's like, I don't really want to talk about it.
Embarrassing you right now?
They're like, it's just that we can't do that. I forgot about that even Andrew Garfield, that was the thing. He was working on See, we didn't see that with Tom Holland. He was just Spider-Man. But
No, Stark gave him web.
was it?
Didn't he? Or did he sort it out himself?
I think he made him better, but he had already had his web too. But
Yeah, that's
but
right,
Andrew Garfield, we actually got to see him like making it and messing up and stuff, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a little weird that there's just the Spider-Man version where it just comes out of his wrist. Like, oh, that's right. Does it come out of anywhere else?
Yeah.
Oh no, couldn't have done much better bringing a multiverse together. And not to switch to other movies, I don't feel like it's gonna work out the same for DC. Sorry, I know they try. I don't know with the Flash.
Well, I think they're gonna. They're trying their version with the Flash, bringing Batman back.
Yeah.
And Flashpoint.
I mean, hell, of course I'm excited. Michael Keaton's the GOAT in the Batman DC world for sure, but I don't know. Well, they already sort of spoiled it, actually. That's the problem. They've spoiled it. But with this one, people still were not sure.
What if they bring back all the rest of them? What if they bring back Bale and Batfleck? A lot of them.
They would
Adam West, for goodness sake.
Oh my God. They would have to keep that under such wraps. I don't even know how they could do that. I don't know how they did it this time. You know, it was funny, some of the scenes, and I think it's because they knew the minute that anyone saw one of those characters like out in the street somewhere or together, it would get leaked. I feel like a lot of the scenes were shot solo. You know what I mean? Like some of the scenes, they would cut to Jamie Foxx or even some of the Spider-Man. They seemed alone.
True.
They seemed just alone.
And I think someone I spoke to noticed that it seemed that way. And that's interesting.
Yeah, I think they shot a lot of the scenes just alone, and it was probably easier. It's like, oh, it's Willem Dafoe. He must be making just a movie. But if they saw Willem Dafoe and Jamie Foxx together, people might start putting things together. But hey, they pulled it off. I didn't really know they were all coming back like that.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
So yeah, that's what's
about of everyone that you wanted.
It's about the cinema experience, isn't it? That would not have been as exciting on streaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no way. I love the scene. How about there was also the money shot when they're all fighting together and they all have their little poses in front of the moon with the shot.
Oh, that's the shot. Thank you. That was it. Yep, they all came up, and I was like, well, this is exactly what I wanted, and why not give it to me? Why not?
That's right.
Yeah.
They're all passing the devices around to each other. It was perfect.
Oh, it was strange though. I think that again, this is being picky, but it's funny that they had. I think it was. They said. Remember, they're saying, "Oh, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and 3." It's funny that wouldn't it have kind of been? I'm not saying it's not his movie, but shouldn't have been Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? Kind of. Doesn't he have the most? Doesn't he have the most experience?
Oh, but it was his universe. It was.
That's true. That's true. It's my universe. Yeah. I'll call the shots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. True. The lizard.
There was no age over seniority there.
No. Yeah, no, they pulled it off, and it's still going, and a great holiday season kind of surprise. So we needed that. It's been a long year.
Right. Yeah. Well, next is Matrix.
Oh God, I have only heard bad. Not good, but they should have just left it alone. But again, I will give it a watch. I don't just like to let other people's opinions sway me, but it seems not like The Matrix. I don't know why they did that.
I read an article that said the boldest thing since The Last Jedi. So that didn't really put a good vibes for me.
That's exactly right. When you read that, you know something's wrong. Okay, that means someone from the paid off Hollywood.
To be like The Last Jedi.
No, that's the paid off narrative Hollywood going. Oh yes, I'll write whatever you want. Please place the money in my Bitcoin account. I'll write whatever trash you want. Nah, never believe that shit. And then why compare it to something we also hate? Not good. Yeah. Say Star Wars. Just say Star Wars.
Maybe they're trying to get a new audience. I don't know.
I know. And I think you've mentioned this before. Like maybe if there's movies I'm not liking, maybe they're not for me. But I am pretty easy. I like so many goddamn movies. It's unbelievable. I like a lot of movies. So if I don't like it, I think something's horribly wrong. I don't think it's just me. You know? I don't know. And yeah, The Matrix, they're trying to just revive the past. And in this one, it was successful. Revived the past, total success. Brought back old school heroes of ours, total success. But there have been so many misses, and even Top Gun, as excited as I am, and I know Tom Cruise always brings it, I'm still worried that it's just going to be, oh, look, it's Top Gun, but they're just older now. And, like, why? The Matrix, yeah. I'll be thrilled to see Keanu just because, it's his time to shine. Who doesn't love Keanu?
Yeah.
But, and Trinity. But maybe it could have just been a commercial. I would have been happy. I don't maybe need to see a whole movie.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what they have. I'm reserving judgment, but we'll see.
No Lawrence Fishburne, no Agent Smith. I don't know.
Well, what if they're keeping some stuff under wraps? What if they are in it as well?
Maybe. I don't think Agent Smith is in it, but he's awesome.
So I thought I saw somewhere that Yada Pinkett Smith was putting on some really hectic age makeup.
Oh. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Well,
they might pull a Spider-Man on us.
They might pull a Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, that was so good. I definitely got to go watch it again. And anything you saw that you missed the first time kind of thing in a rewatch? Spider-Man?
I was just enjoying it more again and trying to get the audience reaction, but it wasn't the same the second time. I think there wasn't as many people in the theater as the first time. Probably the diehard fans as well, who appreciated everything. But still definitely loved it the same.
Yeah, it's about the cinema experience. I don't think that'll ever go away, and I hope it doesn't. It is about seeing it with strangers who you find the same emotions with. It's right. Different than at home. I'll have a burrito and watch a movie. I mean, it's relaxing, but it's not. It's not like seeing it with other people.
Yeah.
How are you with the rest of the Marvel universe? Because, like I say, I'm not even watching Hawkeye, but I might give that a go. But I'm not.
I'm watching that with my sisters.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's TV.
It's TV. It can only go so far.
It's Marvel version of the TV.
Yeah. Yeah. But does it actually have Jeremy Renner in it, or is he just on the side?
It does.
But is he the main character, or is he on the side? Is he
probably similar, but he's got an almost equal character, Haley Steinfeld's character.
Right.
I forget her character name, but yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing missions together, and it's kind of like a little, buddy film show.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
So yeah, it's going to be okay.
Oh, and I forgot the other, of course, multiverse tie-in and Jamie Foxx, and that was a funny scene. He was Andrew Garfield, yeah. So he's looking at him going, I don't know, you're from the Bronx. You're always helping poor people, helping everyone out. I thought you'd be black. He goes, there must be a black Spider-Man somewhere out there.
Yep. And Garfield's nod.
And Garfield's nod. So yeah, introducing Miles Morales. Yeah.
And also our lawyer friend Matt Murdock at the start, Daredevil himself.
Oh, that's right.
A really good lawyer.
I forgot. How did you catch that? I'm also a really good lawyer. That if he's that kind of line can sell it, and I laughed. If that can be the movie, I would be on board with Daredevil. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you for that.
One more pull, actually.
Yeah.
Also, Spidey now knows that Nick Fury isn't around. Because what was mentioned at the start, the cop says, yeah, right, Nick Fury hasn't been on Earth for a while, for years.
Oh, that's right. He's been off Earth. And he said, oh, no, I was, he goes, how could I be a bad guy when I was doing a mission with Nick Fury?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's good. Thank you.
So he knows that, what happened in the last film wasn't Nick, so because of those aliens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another little thing that they put in there.
No, that's good. All right. Well, that was excellent. I'll let you go.
No
And
worries.
we'll definitely need to catch up and watch Ghostbusters. We have to do that because
I'm down for that.
we watched the disaster that was 2016. So the whole world's seen Ghostbusters, so that annoys me already. I don't know why it came out. Is it out here yet, or what the hell?
I don't know what's happening. But I saw the trailer again today.
Oh man.
Yeah. I feel like I've almost seen it. I'm finally seeing the trailer now.
I know. I mean, apparently it's very feel good as well, and throwback and fan service. So I'm all for that. So we'll have to see that. All right.
Definitely
Thank you.
looking forward to that. Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
me
my
on.
friend. Absolutely. We'll talk again soon.
Catch you.
Enjoy. Catch ya. Bye.
Bye.